This is Womb to Tomb Apologetics, and I cover faith, politics, and memes from a conservative Christian perspective. So, the UK government made this game called Pathways. It's sort of like a visual novel where you choose your pathway through their scenarios, and you decide whether you want to be a good citizen and support immigration, or you want to be one of the evil right-wing bigots, basically. That's kind of how the game goes. But what ended up happening was they made this girl in the game called Amelia, and the internet totally loved her. As you can see here, this is a screenshot from a parody game that was made. I had to censor it a bit here because I don't want bad stuff on YouTube and whatnot, but someone made this parody game. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but basically the government censored the endings of the actual game so that you could only get the appropriate ending instead of the evil endings where you end up going to prison and whatnot. And people just started to love this girl Amelia. So let's talk about this a bit. So people were making memes all over the place about her. She's supposed to be the antagonist of the game, right? She's evil, but people just ended up loving her. They made all these videos and things about her. I don't know if this will last a long time on the internet. It's probably just a phase, but you can see there. Oh yeah, there's a song about her too. I mean, it's just crazy. But let's see some of the counter propaganda.
Want to know a secret? I'm not real. I was created by the marketing department in the UK government. They wanted me to convince young English boys that they're racist and to welcome third world migrants to take over the country. But they're wankers and don't understand how the internet works. So I'm here to set the record straight.
Yeah.
It's okay to be white.
Oh boy.
Don't need to feel guilty for being descendants of the people who brought you the laws of gravity, the electric motor, and the World Wide Web. You don't need to feel guilty for being part of the culture that brought you Shakespeare, Jane Austen, and the Beatles. You don't need to apologise for always wanting to queue up or starting conversations with "lovely day if you're a duck" comments. The only thing you need to apologise for is feeling the need to apologise for everything. The English people have a brilliant culture that's worth fighting for and preserving. So hopefully you'll stand up for that culture and not let some wanker politicians convince you to hate yourself with a stupid AI chick. Let's make England great again.
Okay. So yeah, you can see people are making all these AI videos about her, doing counter propaganda with her. Basically, it backfired in the way that they were hoping people would hate these characters and say, "Oh, they're bad, but we need to redeem them. We got to make them good citizens," right? This Amelia character and this Charlie character, who's another person in the game. But instead, everybody liked her. They were like obsessed with this purple-haired goth girl, and they made her into basically like a right-wing icon, as you can see. Here's another video made with AI concerning her.
Hi, I'm Amelia. I'm English, and I love England. I like having fish and chips and a pint at the local pub. I like Shakespeare and Dickens, Tolkien and Lewis, Harry Potter. I like pork sausage and dogs and fashion.
Haram! Haram!
Oh my gosh.
But I don't like that. Brits are famously polite, but it mustn't mean we're willing to commit cultural suicide. Our institutions, the Church of England, the BBC, are a bunch of queers and nonces. How the bloody hell did we go from Churchill to you git? Sadiq
I don't
Khan,
know
the
what any of
mayor.
these
This
British
is
words
London,
mean.
mate, not Afghanistan. Or Star Wars.
I'll get it back.
Our government won't even protect our schoolgirls from grooming gangs. Sod off, packy wankers! The police won't help. They're too busy confiscating garden tools and suppressing free speech.
That's right, miss. What have I done, officer? You've tweeted rudely, and you're under arrest.
Curry is fine, but we have several recipes already. We don't need 2 million Indians here to make it for us. There are 50 Islamic nations in the world. Muslims don't need to be on our island. They want to conquer it. The government says it must be this way. That doesn't make it right, does it, Robin Hood? These dragons that threaten our England won't go away unless brave knights rise up to slay them. Or did all the British bloodlines with any bollocks get killed off in World Wars I and II? Englishmen! It's your country, and it's being taken from you. Chav? Posh? Doesn't matter. We're already all in this together. I don't want this to be the future of the women of England, and I'm sure the women of Iran and Afghanistan didn't want it either. Your ancestors beat the Spanish Armada, Napoleon, and the Nazis. Surely you can handle welfare tourists. History will record what you do or don't do. Get cracking, lads. Love, Amelia.
Yeah, so probably very few UK citizens will actually see videos like this because their government probably censors all this stuff. But you can see how this backfired on them. People love Amelia. They don't hate Amelia. She even has her own Know Your Meme page, which is pretty cool. Let me see if I can share my screen with you all to show you some of the things that people have been making. Like I said, there's even a song about her on Spotify. I also want to say that I do not necessarily endorse these creators or anything they're doing. Here you go. You can see the Know Your Meme page about her. So there you go. Also, there is this game, Chudways, which I also do not necessarily endorse. This is just for educational purposes, but someone made a parody game. But here's another tab. But what's interesting is even this parody game is being censored. If you go over to itch.io, you'll notice here's the home page. If I search for Chudways, it used to be on the front page, then it went away mysteriously. And if you click over here and you search it up, it will say no results found. Searching everything, it's not there. Like, you cannot find it, but you can actually play the game. Here's what it looks like. You can play it right now. It is linked below. I'm not necessarily endorsing it. I have played it. It does have some bad stuff in it. So again, not necessarily agreeing with everything I share with you guys here today. I've also shared a link to the original game of Pathways. Here you can see their website for it. Again, I don't endorse that game either, but I'm just showing you this for educational purposes. I'm not endorsing anything that I'm showing you here today. That's for y'all to figure out for yourselves. But I just wanted to show you how crazy the internet has gotten over this. Here's even a little compilation. So you can see people are going nuts over this. Like I said, it'll probably die out eventually, but it's just interesting to see how the counter reaction has ended up going. It hasn't gone the way the UK government has hoped it would. But let me go back to sharing my screen and let's actually play some of that game. But I do want to note just before I do that even YouTube is censoring me right now. If you go down in the description, you won't be able to see at this moment that the links are clickable. The external links are clickable. And that's because apparently I'm saying things that they don't like. Who knows? They never really tell you. But for the time being, that's going to be the case. I'll see if I can get that fixed. But they're even censoring me. So if you'd like to support me or help me out and support free speech, you should go to buymeacoffee.com/wombtotomb. The link is down below. It's not clickable at this very moment, But if you type that in, you can donate $5, $10, $15 if you'd like. It's up to you. Just want to let you know about that, just in case that was something interesting to you. And if you like my content, here we go. Let's see what it's like. Welcome to Pathways, an interactive game where you determine your journey. In this game, you will choose between certain options that can lead to different outcomes. Oh boy.
In this game, you will be presented with scenarios that require you to take action, like hearing something hateful while gaming or watching a provocative video on social media. From the 3 alternative options presented, you will use your mouse to select one based on the information given and what outcome you think this will have. The choices you make will determine the route your character takes. Remember to be aware of getting trapped in risky or harmful situations, as the different choices can lead to situations involving extremism and radicalization, damaging the outcome for your character.
Oh no, except that they censored the endings where that happens. So, for example, if you play as Charlie and you get the neutral ending, you basically isolate yourself and become depressed, and that's your outcome. And then otherwise, you can get, I think, arrested for your speech. And if you want to see the other endings, I think I can also link below for you. There are YouTube channels that have shown the original endings that are somewhere in the code for the game. People were able to hack and download those. So those are on YouTube for you. Here's Charlie, because I thought you could play as Amelia. I don't know. She shows up in the game. All right, here's episode 1. Let's see what we can do.
Charlie was enjoying an online game with friends.
Can I also say this British lady is super annoying sounding?
Charlie had not long started attending a new college in East Riding, and they were so relieved to have made new friends having recently left school.
Also, you notice they call Charlie they to avoid gender pronouns. My gosh, this is so sickening.
Charlie has started browsing new games and websites that some of the new friends use. Sometimes, though, the people on these websites say things that seem off, even slightly concerning.
Do we know what these things are? No. They just say they're doing things that are concerning. They just kind of label it as something bad, but they don't explain what it is.
Someone on this website has encouraged Charlie to download a video, but Charlie is unsure.
Okay.
Someone on this website has encouraged Charlie to download a video. How should Charlie react?
Tell a trusted adult. Isn't Charlie an adult already? Isn't he in college or something? I don't know. Talk to the stranger online to find out more about the video or download the video. Well, should we go? You know what? Let's go down the evil path. Ooh. Okay.
Charlie wanted to continue being part of their new online community.
I'm in the red. Look I'm in the orange zone, not the green zone.
Charlie downloaded the video and shared it with different people online.
Oh no. Charlie, you're about to go to prison.
Charlie felt relieved and happy that people were liking the video and also sharing it.
Little did Charlie know, he was an evil bigot.
Deep down, Charlie wasn't sure if this was the right thing to do, as some of the ideas in the video were extreme and violent.
The ideas were extreme and violent. Not they encouraged violence, not encouraging it, not depicting it, just the ideas were extreme. They were violent. What? What does that mean? Explain. They don't explain any of this stuff. That's the crazy thing. They just tell you this is what people who disagree with the UK government are. They're extreme. That's what they are. Well, what? How? Explain. Go into detail. Tell us what you mean by that. Explain it. Show us. They can't show you. They just tell you, and you have to believe it.
It's important to remember that downloading or streaming certain content can lead to a terrorist offence conviction.
Hmm. And what kind of content is that? Someone showing their pug doing a salute or something like that? I don't know if that was prosecuted under that act. I think it was probably something different. So, but still, what is this? Like, what is going on? Oh, and there. Okay, that's the next episode. All right.
Charlie is receiving an important grade on a piece of work they submitted for their hospitality course at college.
Yeah, he's an adult. He's at college. Tell a trusted adult. Okay. They keep saying they, which is crazy because this is from England, where English is from, and yet they can't even speak properly English. Isn't that incredible?
Charlie put in a lot of effort for this work and is excited to receive good feedback.
Little did Charlie know that putting in good effort is evil if you're white.
Charlie takes a seat in class and waits to get their grade.
He's a bloody wanker. Okay, and there's Amelia. You can see her sitting right next to him. Oh, and then there is the beautiful, amazing woman of color sitting next to Charlie on the other side. Let's see what happens.
To their disappointment, Charlie doesn't do as well as they expect. They got 60 out of 100 for their work, but they wanted at least 75 out of 100.
These theys are killing me here. Okay, wow, yeah. Oh, turns out Charlie is really just a stupid white person. That's really what Charlie is.
To make matters worse, somebody else got 80 out of 100, and the teacher said that this person has received a job offer.
He's a bloody wanker.
Charlie has applied to dozens of jobs, but hasn't had any luck yet.
I wonder why that is. Up. Don't ask that question, says the UK government.
Somebody else in the class tells Charlie that this is proof that immigrants are coming to the UK and taking our jobs.
Based, super based. Oh my gosh. If there are any Amelias out there, call me, please. Yeah, they're taking their jobs. What's wrong with making that conclusion? Is there something like can we explain why Amelia is wrong? I'm not even saying that she is right. I'm just saying, can we explain why she's wrong? Nope. How should Charlie react? Ignore the comment and ask the course leader for feedback on how you can improve. Ignore the comment, but don't address your frustration. Agree with the comment and explore the idea further. Uh-oh. Exploring ideas? Whoa. Now that is dangerous. That's extreme. Remember, this game is supposed to combat extremism. It's extreme, guys. Let's explore let's explore the idea further.
Charlie approached the classmate angrily. He agreed with the ideas and began shouting about them in class.
So again, notice how leftists argue. They depict you a certain way. They don't actually explain why you're wrong. They don't explain why they're right. They depict you as evil, right? That's why they call you names. You're racist, sexist, bigoted, homophobic, xenophobic, transphobic, Islamophobic, xenophobic, all these things, sexist, misogynistic, all these different labels, right? That are just personal attacks. You're evil. Look, everybody, look at that guy. He's evil. Don't listen to him. But they don't explain why you're wrong. You're still waiting to hear why you're wrong. Well, I think abortion is immoral. Oh, you're sexist. You're anti-woman. Well, I mean, can you tell me why I'm wrong? Like, Do you have some ethical theory by which you say it's okay to get one? No, they're not going to tell you that. Other than some vague bumper sticker slogans about, oh, my body, my choice. What does that mean? They have no clue. It's not a person. Well, what's a person? Well, a person is like something that's aware of things. Okay, a rat is aware. But if I kill a rat, I'm not evil, am I? Well, no, but I don't know, and so on and so forth it goes. But they're not really good at explaining why you're wrong and they're right. They're good at labeling you and depicting you as evil. And so you can see it right here, right here. Charlie approached the classmate angrily. Right? What was the prompt that I just went through? I think it said something like, I mean, it didn't even say what this reaction was. It just said, explore the idea further. That's all it said. And now Charlie's approaching his classmate angrily. He agreed with the ideas and began shouting about them in class as if there's this false dichotomy here. Either you agree with the UK government on what it tells you to believe, or you shout and crash out in the middle of class. There's no in between. That's the only two options. But obviously, any thinking person knows those are not the only two options. What are you talking about? He can just say, oh, yeah, weird. What's going on there? I better explore those ideas. And that's it. He doesn't need to crash out. But again, they have to depict him as crashing out because otherwise, they don't really have anything to argue with. All they have to argue with is depictions of you that aren't even true. No one reacts like this. No one does this. No one gets out in the middle of the class. Oh no, the people of color. No, no one's doing that. That's not happening. And in fact, this is actually a more accurate depiction about how they react. I mean, let me ask you the question: which political party's young members have more of a chance of crashing out in the middle of a classroom and freaking out and say, oh, this is terrible, this is offensive? Is it right-wingers or left-wingers? Left-wingers, obviously. Everybody knows that. So again, either you agree with the UK government or you're unhinged and British. So double bad right there.
The teacher let Charlie know that the school has a zero and tried to get to the bottom of it.
Okay. The teacher was concerned about Charlie's outbursts. Oh, if you disagree with us, you're having an outburst, right? It's sort of like in the middle of an argument, you accuse someone of getting angry. Don't get so angry. I'm not angry. Oh, see, anger right there. She tried to get to the bottom of, so the government is on the good side. We're just gonna get to the bottom of it. All right.
Charlie became more agitated and ended up having to sit alone for the duration of the week's lessons because of the hurtful things they said.
I had to sit alone for the duration. Almost sounded a little bit Scottish there. I don't know. But anyway, again, here we go again. Punishment. You explored ideas, so you're going to get punished for the hurtful things you said. Oh no. Episode 3, let's see.
Charlie has been chilling out all afternoon.
Well, that's good. Oh, look at that. You can even see at the top of his shelf, he's got a big gold medal and a gold trophy. So that's all his white privilege going on there. Look at that.
They've been scrolling on social media.
Social media.
They spot a video that seems to be getting a lot of attention.
A lot of attention. It's getting a lot of attention, isn't it?
Charlie watches the video and learns from the video that Muslim men are stealing the places of British war veterans in emergency accommodation.
Oh, he learned something. Uh-oh. Can't be doing that. Let's see what else.
In the video, they explain that the government is betraying white British people and we need to take back control of our country.
Well, spot the lie. Oh, how should Charlie react, guys? Okay. Scroll past the content, ignoring the message. That's what the government would like you to do. In fact, it would probably rather have you report the post so you can you can get the poster arrested. Okay, find out more about the topic online. Uh-oh, radical extremism, or engage directly with the post. This seems unfair. Oh, so they kind of switch them up. I think this is the worst option, so we're gonna go with that. Yeah, let's do that.
Charlie wasn't sure if this video was true.
Oh, of course, now again, they insert thoughts in here. He wasn't sure if the video was untrue. I don't know. Maybe this was the middle option. I don't know.
But the recent other encounters made them curious.
Oh boy, curiosity. Not okay. Yeah, I think I did pick the middle option. Whoops, I'm in the yellow now. Maybe I'll go back and do that next time.
Charlie went directly to the account's website and found research papers, statistics, information about protests, and more regarding the replacement of white people.
Uh-oh. Learning? Finding research papers, statistics, and information? Uh-oh. Government doesn't want you learning about replacement.
They continued browsing and encountered lots of harmful groups who agree with these sentiments.
Again, you can see how it's all labeling, right? There's no explanation of why it's harmful. He continued browsing and encountered lots of harmful groups who agree with these sentiments. Now, are there harmful groups out there that agree with those sentiments? I'm sure there are, but we're not told any information. We're just told, we're told what to think, not how to think in this video game. You can see how this works? It's not, here's some specific instances of things that can happen, or certain groups that are kind of awful and they do bad things or they support bad things. It's no, just if you look into this, it's all harmful. That's it. It's telling you what to think, not how to think. But that's basically leftism 101.
Charlie began intaking a lot of harmful ideological messages. In fact, some of the groups were actually illegal.
Oh no. They're actually illegal, as if the left has ever cared about legality. They love illegal immigrants and illegal immigration. They, for the longest time when abortion was allowed in my country, they said, well, it's legal, so it's okay. But do you hear them making that argument anymore now that it's illegal in some places? Do you ever hear them using the law as an argument? Well, it's illegal now in some places, so I guess that means it's okay, or it's not okay then. Oh, no, it's just whatever suits them at the moment. If it's illegal and they agree with it being illegal, then that's the reason you should not support it, because it's illegal. Doesn't make any sense. Charlie began intaking a lot of harmful ideological messages. What kind of messages? We're not going to tell you. You just need to know that if you go down this road of investigating, it's harmful. Let me just replay that one more time. Can I go back? I guess I can't go back. I don't know. Whatever. I'll come back to it maybe.
Charlie has been enjoying a family dinner at home when they receive a notification from their friend.
Uh-oh. It's the government. It's the police.
Charlie's mum makes a comment about using phones at the dinner table, but Charlie checks in anyway.
Oh, it's that white privilege of his.
Amelia, Charlie's close friend, has made a video encouraging young people in Bridlington to join a political group that seeks to defend English rights.
Uh-oh, English rights? Can't have that. You can see how they got the speech bubble with the skull in it and the red, black, and white, which we know what that's supposed to be evocative of. Yeah, okay, yeah. If you stand up for British rights, You're a literal Nazi.
Amelia encourages Charlie to join a secret group on an app Charlie hasn't heard of before. Charlie isn't sure whether to join, explore further, or ignore.
What do we think, guys? Ignore the video, risking upsetting your friend, potential girlfriend. I don't like that option. Let's see. Like the video to show your support, so you support your friend, but don't join the secret group. Share the video and join the secret group as your friend requested. Gosh. Let's go with the middle option for this one, because I think I know what happens with this and it's still bad.
Charlie settled for a middle ground. They didn't want their friend to think they didn't care, but they didn't know if they wanted to join the group.
Pretty reasonable. Liked the video. Okay.
They decided to like the post quickly and continued to eat their dinner.
Whoops. Okay, just skip that, I guess. Okay, whatever. We can come back and do a quick playthrough of some of this stuff too.
Charlie was seeing their dad at the weekend. He lives in Hull, so their weekends look very different to their weekdays in East Riding.
It's Amelia.
Charlie's friend Amelia immediately looked interested and told them about a protest she wished she could go to herself, but was not allowed.
Uh-oh.
Amelia spoke of a gathering that had been organised by a small political group. They would come together and protest the changes that Britain has been through in the last few years and the erosion of British values.
Based. But then they put all these bad pictures. Look at evil pictures. If you just cover that part of the screen and you just read the text, it's like, oh, that sounds fine, I guess. You can do a protest, I suppose. But then they add the pictures again to label, right? To depict. This is evil. Don't you protest against the government. That's bad. Look at that. Do you want to be like that? Do you want to see these? I think these are explosions she's talking about. I don't even know if they're red blood cells. I don't know. Sushi?
Amelia talked about the banners and the pickets that her friends had made for the events and expressed a real regret that she could not go, begging Charlie to go in her place.
Okay, this is the part where I should have taken the middle ground. Okay.
Charlie has nothing to do this weekend, and a protest sounded like an interesting thing to take part in.
Uh-oh. Let's see. Decline the offer, risking your friendship and possible future wife. Dude, you can literally get a purple-haired British goth girl with a choker and a beauty mark. And she's right-wing. Are you kidding me? Heck yeah. Let's do it. Okay. To tell your friend you will watch from the sidelines to let them know what happens. Agree to join in based on what you've been hearing. This is the one where I want to take the middle option because I want to show you what happens, even when you take this middle option. So you're just going to stand from the sidelines. Just watch. That's it. Not even going to participate. Just watch. Let's see what happens.
Charlie went to the protest in the end. It wasn't what they expected.
Look, he's sweating. He's, oh no, oh no.
They noticed the protest seemed to be more about racism and anti-immigration than British values and honouring fallen veterans.
Aren't those British values? I mean, if you went back in time to your ancestors, they would probably be called racist. And they'd certainly be anti-immigrant. So it says, more about racism, quote unquote, and anti-immigration than British values. Well, the things that you're probably depicting and labeling as racism and anti-immigration are British values. The things that you're referring to, again, you're labeling them, these evil things, oh, racism, right? But the actual substance of what you're probably referring to here is just like normal British values. So again, here they even relabel what British values are. The British government is going to tell us what British values are, not the actual history of the country. No, 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 no. That's not going to happen. And honoring with a U. Oh, it sickens me. Honoring fallen veterans. I know, British people. I listen, guys. I love y'all. I want y'all to have free speech, but you got to start speaking English properly. You got to spell it the American way. We're getting rid of the metric system. We're doing it all. But anyway, yeah, and honoring fallen veterans, as if to do a protest, you have to honor the veterans. You got to do that, which not a bad thing, but like as if you have to do that during your protest about immigration. Like, what does that have to do with anything?
Charlie grew increasingly uncomfortable as the crowd became angrier. Police arrived after a few violent outbreaks.
Oh, the outbreaks of violence. Well, police are actually, I mean, I don't think this is official policy because I think it's illegal for them to do this. I don't know. But they oftentimes, especially with these right-wing protests, what they'll do is they'll send plainclothes officers into the crowd to make violent outbursts and illegal crime. And then that's their pretext so that they can get in and shut them down. So basically, the police will cause the illegal activity themselves, and then they go in and arrest people. So that is a pretty well-known police tactic. It's not like an official thing because it's illegal, but that is something that happens, and we all know it does. So Charlie grew increasingly uncomfortable as the crowd became angrier and police arrived after a few violent outbreaks. Yeah, see, if you're protesting the British government, then you're basically having a violent outburst. Okay, anyway.
Before they knew it, they were running away from the scene. Some protesters next to Charlie had drawn the attention of the police.
Oh no!
Charlie had only been here to observe, but the line between observing and participating was too easy to cross.
What does that even mean? He's literally just standing there. Like, oh, okay, hello. Like, it's a line that's too easy to cross. Don't even show up near the protests. Because if you do that, you might actually hear what they're saying and think, wow, that makes a lot of sense. They can't, you can't make this stuff up. I mean, it's just incredible. You don't even go to a protest. Don't even just watch from the sidelines. Don't even do that. Right? The reason why they don't want you doing that is because it makes their numbers look bigger, and because, like I said, you might hear something and say, wow, that actually is a good point. Don't even show up. That's what the government is telling you. Okay. There we go. It's too bad I can't go back an episode. Let's see if I can do that later.
Charlie thought about all the difficult choices they had needed to make in the last few weeks. Some of their choices had led to changes in friendship, and Charlie was feeling low, as they weren't sure if they had made the right decisions. The teacher had noticed this and decided to reach out.
Oh boy, here we go.
The teacher sat with them and talked openly and frankly about the ideology that Charlie had discovered.
Charlie, you've discovered the truth. Now we're going to have to re-educate you to understand the way we want you to think.
The teacher reassured that Charlie had made the right decisions. Charlie realised that if they had chosen to engage with these harmful ideas, the consequences would have been very different.
We would have beaten you with a baton. Okay. What if Charlie had made more harmful choices? Click to find out what support Charlie could have received if he had chosen to engage with harmful ideologies.
Charlie accepted they may need support.
Oh.
Charlie's teacher made a prevent referral, and they were able to provide tailored support for Charlie.
So again, here I want to emphasize again, labeling, the power of labeling. A prevent referral. They call it a referral. What does it actually mean? It's a report. They're reporting you to like a government agency or something like that. Basically, they're reporting you for being a potential criminal, for disagreeing with the government. That's basically what they're saying. It's, oh, no, we're referring you. What? No, you're reporting me. You're making a report about me to some agency.
They began a workshop that helped them learn how to engage positively with ideology and the differences between right and wrong in expressing political beliefs.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, we got the POC, as I like to call him, up there teaching him about his white privilege. He's going to they call it a workshop. What they really mean is a re-education camp that helped him learn how to engage positively. I don't know why the text is all messed up. They can't even make their game right. With ideology and the difference between right and wrong in expressing political beliefs. So literally the government is re-educating you to agree with the politics of those in power. Okay, yeah, that doesn't sound Orwellian at all.
Charlie received counselling to help them process the other events in their life, and they felt much better for it.
Up here we go. The black man is teaching him. Oh, there we go. I've completed. It says all the scenarios because they took out the other scenarios. You can't get the other endings. Let's explore the consequences of your character's choices. Okay, great. So, can I go back and show?
It was decided that Charlie was at borderline risk of radicalization,
Oh my
given their
God.
proximity to it.
Your borderline risk of radicalization. Let's see.
Charlie engaged activities through Prevent, such as family counselling sessions, which helped address some of the issues at the heart of being influenced by harmful ideologies.
Started up taking on new skills. Okay, great. Made new friends. They also started receiving extra support at college to ensure they had someone to talk to openly about ideological thoughts. You having an ideological thought? Is it government approved? You wanker. Okay. Here we go. Extra support at college, meaning extra monitoring by the government. That's what they mean. Again, it's all labels. Keep this in mind. It's labels. Extra support means they're monitoring you, like Big Brother. Okay, it's like not loading. But anyway, you can see how this is basically like straight up propaganda. Even if you just go to the protest and just like watch and listen, you're still evil. You click on a link to something, you're evil. You watch a video, you're evil. You like a post, you're evil. It's all, everything is evil to them, right? They don't, let me see if I can reload this, I don't know. But anyway, you can see how it goes. This is all propaganda. This is all Orwellian. It's literally out of 1984. George Orwell's 1984 with Wrongthink and the way he works at the Ministry of Truth, right? And his job, Winston, his job is to like change old articles and like newspapers and all sorts of stuff to reflect what the government is telling people now, right? They've got to redact all this stuff from the past and change it to make sure it matches what the government is telling us now. Government says that this war never happened. Okay, erase all the coverage of the war. Now it's saying this. Oh, okay, now we got to change that, right? That's what this is. It's government control over your speech, but it's also government control over your thoughts. Your very thoughts are being controlled when people are playing into this censorship. I mean, let's just be clear about it. That's what this is. And so that's why people have rejected this That's why we're all fans of Amelia now. Hashtag Amelia. Let's go, Amelia. We all want the purple-haired goth baddie. And yeah, so there you go. I don't know why this isn't loading. It's like stuck. Their game is like crapped out. I don't know. I would play Chudways for you. I have played it. I've played through all the scenarios. Unfortunately, there's just some stuff in there that I don't think the YouTube overlords would like very much. So I have it linked for y'all. I don't approve of everything in the game. It's just for educational purposes. But if you'd like to check that out, it is linked below. You can copy the text and put it in a browser or something. That's really the only way you're going to find it, is through that link. So just so you know, but there are some things in it that are reasonable and agreeable, even if you don't, it's supposed to be a parody. It's supposed to be a little over the top. I mean, it's not meant, I mean, it's meant to be a little funny and a little over the top, but overall, I think it makes generally decent points through comedic rhetoric. It's trying to somewhat tell a lesson about what happens when you don't stand against bad things happening in your country, bad things happening to your people and your nation. It happens when you don't stand up, when you see things that are evil and you don't do anything about them, despite the fact that you do have the power. By the way, I want you guys to comment below what you think about some of this stuff as we go through it, because it's important. I mean, if we're going to talk about free speech, you guys better let us know, what do you think? If you liked this content, please subscribe.